Well, for me, I don't think it's sex. The sex part is important. I think intimacy is very important, which leads to sex.
Okay.
But for me, I have to have the intimacy first in order for me to be like, ooh, baby, come here, give me something.
I hope you don't say it like that. And she does not say it
Ooh,
like
baby,
that
come
for the
give me
record.
something.
For the record, yeah, and
It
you
was
can
so bouncy, right? Come give me something.
right, and you can tell this topic makes her very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
Because the way she's saying it. I can agree with the intimacy. The intimacy is what leads up to the sexual part of it. But I think sex is very, very, very important in a committed relationship.
Is
Of
it?
course.
It definitely is.
Why?
Because I feel like it's a connection piece. I feel like you can connect with your partner.
So you can't connect in other ways?
You can connect in other ways, but I'm saying that's a piece of it. For someone, it has to be someone that sex is an important factor for. So, like, if you was with somebody who didn't care about sex, then it wouldn't be an issue. But if you're with somebody that likes sex and has to have it, then you have to work to accommodate their needs.
That's a fact.
Because they're going to go outside and get it.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
She said, "Don't get hurt trying to flirt."
So
Rich
do
Mo.
you think the lack of sex affect your partner's self-esteem? Like, do you feel like it can affect their self-esteem?
Absolutely.
Rich
You think so,
Mo?
Rich
I
Mo?
think so.
From a man's perspective?
Yeah, of course, because it's like any person. I don't even want to say man. Any person who does like sex or even just values their own sex is gonna look at it like, why you don't want it. Excuse me. They're gonna look at it like, why you don't want it. Like, why? Damn.
You okay?
Yeah. Sometimes it's just, they're gonna look at it like, why you don't want it. Like, why are you not desiring me? You get what I'm saying? Excuse me. Me personally, I'm so confident that wouldn't bother me. But it's just I can see it bothering some people. It won't bother me though.
I was about to say, I don't think it has anything to be dealing with confidence. Because I'm confident. I'm very confident. But if my wife is lacking in that area, it's gonna affect my self-esteem. Because I'm going to be like, damn, just what you said. I'm going to be like, damn, she don't want it? Like, is she not attracted to me? Like, if she got her eye on somebody else? Like, am I not doing something
Give you
right?
some thoughts.
Do you feel like that now?
Uh,
Because we some tired asses. We don't have sex like that.
That's
all the
another
time.
point. That's another point. It gets to the point where you just be tired.
Yeah, see, if that's the reason, it's different.
Yeah.
But if you're in each other's face all the time and you trying to get sex from them, and it's like, nah, it's like, that may affect you. That's why I said my self-esteem is high, because at the end of the day, it's like, I can see that. Like, okay, you working, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if you literally not doing nothing and
Yeah, okay.
you talking about sex sometimes, like, you like, yeah, I would do him dirty. And then you look at me and it's time and you just like, I'm tired, it's time. Watching it. No watch. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. You want to go to bed? I don't want to go to bed.
Now look, I'm guilty of that, Rich Mo. That's why I'm over here laughing, because we could be at the
Yep.
club, we could be out, and I'll be whispering stuff in her ear, like, wait till we get home.
And
This,
I'm
that, and the
thinking,
other.
oh, I'm going home. We getting home. And, ooh,
Man, I get
baby, don't
home,
put it down.
I lay in that bed, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
She go to sleep before me.
It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that I don't want to, because I have every intention to. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you get tired. You have everyday life going on. But how do you get past that, though? Because I got to meet her needs at the end of the day. So it's not all about me.
Sometimes you just got to do it when you don't want to.
Yeah.
And I've learned that because my girl has a high sex drive, and it's like when I'm mad, I can't do it. And when we went through a long time where I felt like I didn't want to, because I just don't. When there's other bad things going on in a relationship, I'm not interested in sex with you.
Right.
That's just
Absolutely.
that. If there's no,
Yep.
if I feel like there's no respect or certain things missing, I don't want it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would I be having sex with somebody who talks to me like that or don't respect me the way I need them to? Then I'm not gonna feel like the way I need to feel in the bedroom with your ass, saying certain things.
Yeah.
So, but I still had to do it because she needed it. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like it just became like, all right, you know what I mean? And you just got to do it and get into it. You know what I mean? It's hard because when you're in that mode, just like person kiss on you, it could crawl your skin because it's like you don't want
You don't
this.
want it. Yeah.
But and I don't know if that's like a form of rape. And you know what I'm saying? Because
See,
it's like
that
if you
just got deep.
if you don't want it, and it's like you know, and then
Yeah.
you start to get into it just because it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think sometimes like it has to be a healthy balance, and the reason why I say that is you're not gonna get it all the time, and sometimes it's good to not have it like that, because if you're with somebody and both of you guys' sex drive is high, what happens when you take away the sexual aspect of it? Can you still stand?
might not
Can
be
you
able to
still
be with each
yeah?
other.
Can you still have that foundation? So
Yeah.
when we go through droughts or when we have an absence of that, it's like it doesn't affect anything. We
Right.
still keep it moving, and then when it happens, we just pick up, and it happens all the time. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we're able to stand that course without having it. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah. So do you
See-
think the lack of sex opens up the doors for other things, like outside things?
For certain people.
for certain people, I think it depends on
do.
the person.
Yeah.
And then honestly, it might for a lot of people, because the lack of sex could even make you enjoy flirting from other people because it's sexual. You find yourself, you know, women anybody will probably start imagining another person while having sex because the desire is coming from outside. You know, so imagine, it's just I feel like it can open up doors for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Is it excusable though? So let's say
No,
is
no.
it excusable? So like if you're not giving me what I need in the sexual department, and I step out and I tell you like I've been telling you for months at a time, and you just kind of bypass my feelings, you're not giving me what I want, so I had to go elsewhere.
But what are you doing to fix the issue, though? Are you doing something? Are you helping the issue? Because some people can complain all day about not having sex or receiving it for their partner, but what are you doing to get them in the mood to want to have sex? Like, are you
True.
providing intimacy? Are you providing romantic settings? Like, what are you doing that gets them in the mood to want to have sex with you?
That's true.
Because that is
That's that love
That's-
language.
yeah.
That's that love language.
Yeah, but that that's some situations. You know, I can get that. In some situations,
Yeah.
what are you doing? But in other situations, it's like, what is the person doing that's turning me off?
yeah.
You feel what I'm
but
saying? Like, what are you
well,
doing?
yeah,
What
it
can you
go
switch
both
that? Well, you
ways.
can switch that around.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It can go. It can be. It could be either or.
So
is it a
if
deal breaker
is it a deal breaker? What?
if you're not having sex? Is
No,
it a deal breaker?
it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. We just got to figure out how to get back to that point. Because at first, when you first start a relationship, y'all going at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you into that
'Cause it's
person
new.
is new. You know what I mean? So you just got to figure out how to keep that same energy.
I think that you should definitely. It should just be a not having sex, even because I've been on the end where I didn't want to do it, and it's like you still got to do it for your partner, and also understand that even if a person doesn't care about sex that much, sex is the ultimate connection between souls.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing that,
Yep.
then you can be losing grip of each other.
That's the
Yeah.
most
Definitely
important thing.
disconnecting, and then it's
Drop that
like
jewel.
it's
the
like
soul
what now?
ties.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like that's when other things start to fall apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you said, if you have a bond in other areas, you may be able to sustain for a while, but at some point,
You're going to have to
Yeah.
come back to that.
somebody is going to start to feel the gap and start to feel like, why are we not doing this?
Yeah.
You feel me?
So what are some things that you feel like is acceptable to do if you're having a lack of intimacy or a lack of sex in your relationship?
What
'Cause
can you do to spice it up?
to spice it up? One thing
No,
that
when you say acceptable, do you mean on
on
going
both
on the
ends.
outside?
No, on the inside. Like
Okay.
if you say, okay, let's do this, babe, to spice it
To
up.
spice it up. Because if there's a lack of sex there, then obviously
There's
there's
an
something
issue.
missing. There's an issue.
an issue,
Like
so-
it's something
So
not
would-
coming from somewhere.
Would you ever bring another individual in to spice up a relationship, or is that a no-go?
I would want to. I just don't. I know my partner ain't gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? She was with it before, but it's like now, because of no trust.
And
It
another
has to
thing-
be trust.
And another thing might be is that because y'all are not having it as often as she would like,
Why would you want to give it to
why
somebody
would you want to
else?
give to somebody else, and why would she want to see somebody else enjoy that pleasure? You know what I
Yeah.
mean, from her man,
Right.
and she ain't getting
And
it.
she ain't getting it.
Yep.
What about you, babe?
What? Oh no. Nobody can come into my if my relationship ain't on point and we ain't good in whatever area. Nah, it's a no go for me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Gotta
to
get
fix
our
it.
house right
Yeah.
before we can actually have
Yeah.
company.
Yep. I like that.
Gotta clean up before we can have people over. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I think we just randomly do it just because.
And there you have it.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just randomly bring people in just because, you know.
So there's no motive behind it.
No.
I mean, you can't have. I don't think that there has to be a motive behind it. I don't think there should be a motive behind it, because if you're in a relationship, you should be able to fix whatever
No,
that you're
when
dealing
I
with.
say motive, I mean like, do you go out saying, okay, we're gonna find somebody tonight? This is how we feeling.